And now, another episode of
Dwarf Tips!
Hello. On the Dwarf Fortress Facebook group that I'm in the other day, someone asked about setting up military squads. So, it's as with everything in Dwarf Fortress, it can be complicated, but once you figure it out, it makes sense. So, let's take a look here. First, we're going to hit M, go into our military screen. Come on. There we go. You see I've already got some squads set up. So the basic idea here is you create a squad, which will be this first one up here, hit L or whatever to create it. Go over, and you pick out the people that you want to be in the squad. After you have a few migrants, and you come through here and look, you'll notice some of the migrants will already be like an adequate mace dwarf, a competent spear dwarf. It's like you get free troops. So once you have your squad set up, you have to go over to schedule, and if you can see on here, I've got it set to train 6 people at a minimum for this training order that's highlighted right now. That means that at least 6 people will try to train at once, so it doesn't force all of them to go into the barracks and stand there and try to train, because sometimes dwarves will have to leave to go pick up equipment and things like that, so it just helps to not have it set to 10. So, I like to do every other month, have them train, and then stagger it so that you have people who are on and people who are off. That way they can still go do some crafts and things like that. Once you have the squad set up and the schedule set up, come back over to here, and we got to hit A for alerts. And this is something that I tend to forget to do. These are all the squads we have. Right now, they're all set to active. However, they start as inactive. So if you don't do this step, come over here and go to active training and turn these guys on, they'll just stand around and never actually go train. Make sure to set that up. Lastly, you need a barracks, which I've got designated off this armor stand, right, or I guess it's a weapon rack right here. So use plus or minus to go up and down this menu over here. And then you want to have T for train, I for individual equipment, and Q for squad equipment. That will make set up this area for the dwarves to come over and train. And this is, you just set this up like any other room, designate it, assign room, and then have it be a barracks. Pretty easy. The only other thing with the military is they have problems with equipment sometimes. So you can see that like all these guys are supposed to have metal armor, metal headwear, legwear, handwear, footwear, shield, and individual choice of melee. But sometimes, and I have a whole lot of people in this fort, so this is going to take a second. If you go over and look at somebody who's actually training, they'll be missing stuff. Like they'll have, I've seen dwarves that they'll have like a pair of gauntlets and a helm on, and then the rest is all clothes. And I didn't ever notice that until just recently. So I had a lot of years of sending dwarves out to go fight goblins, and they were just wearing like a hat or a breastplate. And it turns out they're a lot more effective in combat when they're wearing a full suit of armor. So if you see your dwarves are having problems where they don't have all their stuff on, what you can do, come over here, back to this, equipment, and then up at the top, there's replace clothing, over clothing, and I thought there was no one. Anyway, so you want to have it do replace clothing, not over clothing. That way they'll take off what they're wearing and go put armor on. That can also be a problem if you don't have enough armor for them to wear, because then they'll wind up running around naked and they get angry about it. So, that's about it for squads, really. Let's talk about how to actually kill people. Back here, hit S for squad. You hit A, and you can do like Shift B, C, D, E, F, however many people you want to send out. And then you have K for attack and M for move. Just go and tell them where you want them to go. They'll go over there. Or if you tell them to kill something, they'll run down and try to go kill it. And they cancel out after they're done. So that's militaries and squads. So if you have any questions, drop me a comment in the comment section down below, and I will try to address it in another video. Thanks for watching.